sun, you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Boom.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time moves on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shade my smile.
Alright, today is August 7, 2021 and it's 6:55 a.m. I just finished video number 2. I don't think I'm gonna air video number 2. It's too damaging. It's too damaging. Instead, I'm just gonna pick a small part that I record and then with the prayer. Alright, I'm gonna add it with video number 1. Alright, it was too much. It was too much. Alright, it's too sickening. But I'm gonna go to what was supposed to be video number 3. Okay, this is the part that I will add into video number 1 that was supposed to be in part of video 2. It was too much. Now this is what I want to focus on this video. Alright, some other things that I didn't share with you, I came across, I was in a hurry, I couldn't finish record, so I left these alone. Alright, so this is about Britney Spears. Alright, and some other things depending on how long it takes me. Breaking. TMZ has allegedly been accepting payment from Jamie Spears for the past decades, chronicling dozens of articles in an effort to justify the fraudulent conservatorship and defame his legend pop star daughter, Britney Spears. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine this? Okay. Why is now I'm into the comment section here. Why is TMZ still relevant now? Oh, receive money from criminals to fund their cooperation. Yeah, got it. Okay, why do people, one, care about TMZ, and two, why do celebrities, anyone, engage with them? They are trash and have built their brand off of human being, dirt laundry that we all have. Why would anyone want to see that crap? Alright, there is a special place in hell for people who do this type of things to ruin life. Yeah, I believe so too. I believe so too. Alright, let's see into the comment. Alright, that's this. I see and know obvious standards. Alright, this is how the US see TMZ over here. Alright, but we need to, put a stop to them. Who knows? You see some of the thing when it comes to Harry and Meghan. My goodness, why is it that there was one tweet that I was reading where they said they even have people in hospitals and I think it was during the birth of Meghan's Lilibet. Alright, where someone in the comment section said TMZ have the people who work for them in the hospital, when they know certain celebrity comment, to give them a call. Alright, this is why Meghan had to do what she had to do when somewhere completely, nobody knew. Alright, there is a special place in this. Okay, this makes sense. I could see why their new target now is Harry and Meghan. They receive money for that. Okay, there it is. That is true. Alright, and they still at it. She was telling a funny story and this is their spend. Okay, let's see here. Britney Spears. I like myself and my bathroom. It's weird, entertaining, and maybe alarming. So that's how TMZ do it. Spend it. When was that? 2021. Okay, that's recently. That was like what? Couple days ago. Britney Spears just told a long, bizarre story about getting locked in her bathroom in the middle of the night and its eyebrow raising for. What I understand from this is that she had supervised visit with her kids, and the time that they gave her with her kids, it was so short. She took her kids to the bathroom. She wanted to spend more time with them. I mean, if you know the story of Britney, oh my God, I don't share them with you because I have so much to go through to share with you. And then once I start recording, I have to edit them. So it takes so much of my time. So these are things that I left behind. And now that it's Saturday, I'm sort of caught up. Sort of, not really. So and now I just put another channel for me to create content for you guys. But yeah. My goodness, if you know what's going on with her story, the thing that they put her through is unbelievable. Okay, and why I put this picture with it, so sad to do that to someone. They can tell the story fairly and with a decent normal headshot. Okay, not this big to make someone look crazy or out of it, and God knows when that pic was even taken. Alright, let me read a few. Alright, also when she couldn't remember briefly meeting Taylor Swift twice, TMZ couldn't wait to report on it, even though it was such a trivial issue. Was Team Con trying to convince us she had dementia? Interesting. These things are coming to light now. She's a fighter. I just can't believe. Okay, I can't believe she's still here with us with the amount of things they put her through. She's a fighter. She is a fighter. Alright, not knowing her personally or anything, but the thing that I see that's going on, there's audio of her talking with her old manager that was put out and all of that. It's unbelievable.
1:53 a.m.
Hi, this is Britney Spears. It's Saturday the 18th. I was just saying I want out of this conservatorship. I've been brought up by visitation of my babies. By this conservatorship. I'm confined, restrained, and stripped of my civil rights, and I demand the state of California to review this case because I feel it's illegal.
Like I said, I don't share a lot of them with you. Okay, from 20, because I can't really, I try to focus mostly on the Sussexes. There's so much information. I have to pick on the ones that I feel like I could manage. Alright, so these, like I said, these are leftovers tweets that I have. Okay, from 2009 right up to when Britney Spears spoke in court in 2021, TMZ mentioned her mental health. They had a very clear agenda. There are probably hundreds of articles like this. Like the UK is doing with the tabloid. Okay, say all those negative things about her. Say she's not well. Okay, they try to play this foolishness in the US. Alright, this is the thing, all those articles. Okay, it's too small, I can't even see them. Alright, you could just look. Alright, probably body shame her and all of that. My goodness, I hope they come for them. My goodness. Okay, there's more stuff about her. My goodness, it's too small. I can't see it. I'm not even gonna try. Okay, let's see here. Show replies. Okay, they are complicit and corrupt. They will face defamation charges once the dust is settled. I think so too. I think so too. All right, right until 2021, TMZ were praising the conservatorship. Make me so angry. All right, there's more stuff. Okay, she has receipt of that. Again, too small. I can't see it. Okay, Britney Spears conservatorship and name only. All right. My goodness, we have to praise Britney for standing up. What is it? There are times she's hiding, making phone call, you know, telling them about her stories. They don't believe her. My goodness, they don't believe her. I cannot believe this. Okay, source, there's the question mark here. I was so glad when Van Lathan left. Harvey Levine, TMZ. Van is a decent guy. Alright, so they're saying someone left. Okay. TMZ also helped Amber Heard and a hoax against Johnny Depp. Wow. Publishing an edit video. If they didn't know it, told a false narrative when they published. They knew after the full video was shown at a trial. Wow. Harvey Levine, TMZ. How many more lives will you destroy for cash? What? See, I don't follow them for me to know about this. These are people who follow them. My goodness, the same tactic that they use in the UK. This is what TMZ was doing over here. Okay, as many as he can get away with. Okay, this person is responding to that. As many as he can get away with, which will probably end up being all of those he's offered for ruination. Because cash is king, don't you know? Also, profit kills conscience. So, yeah. Okay, Harvey Levine. TMZ is nothing more than paparazzi on TV. If Jamie Lynn paid them money for stories, well, sweetie, you just lost your sister. Pretend to be shocked. Pretend to be shocked. Look at the thing that they put. Alright, that's a video. I know I'm gonna be flagged, so I'm not even gonna play. Okay, tabloid industry corruption and toxicity and full display. Okay, after what's on the screen, that's it. How is this breaking? Britney army been knowing. Okay, and at least assuming this, do you have intel on further proof or suggestion? Just wondering. Okay, what is it? Britney has a new lawyer. Alright, the court granted her a new lawyer. Not granted, the court allowed her to hire her own lawyer. That's the difference. Not granted, allow her to get her own lawyer. And that lawyer makes sure everybody knows him. Alright, because he's doing his job already. I mean, they're good at preventing from the truth coming out. Alright, let me promote my other channel while I'm at here. Alright, my second video on other channel, Pure Team Sussex, I have a video where I talk about journalism and the information holder, which is journalist. Alright, so go check it out. And I have some cooking and other thing, and not much right now, but the next piece that I'm working on is what is it? I think, was it marriage? I don't know if I'm gonna have it ready for Wednesday because I keep getting distracted. Alright, but if you don't see anything on Wednesday on that channel, just come back here. There will be tweet videos for you. Alright, so yeah, I have another thing to show you regarding Britney. This is a link. Alright, Britney Spears Conservators Fight Back. Conservator Fight Back. Alright, that was yesterday. Britney Spears Conservator fight back after Jamie Spears alleges singer is mentally sick and needs psychiatric hold. Alright, remember what I just read a few minutes ago. Alright, with TMZ. They want to portray Britney's completely different. Alright, Britney Spears' personal conservator Jodi Montgomery fires back after Jamie Spears says that she told him his daughter is mentally sick and wanted to place her under a psychiatric hold. Oh my God, she's not fit, but they want her to work her off. Okay, remember, they're using her kids. I don't know if you guys are following this, but they're using her kids against her. If you don't do this, you're not gonna have time with your kids. This kind of thing. So she's mentally sick for that. She could perform all these kind of things and giving her medication left and right. This is ridiculous. Let me just go on the thread and share that with you, okay? Jamie Spears says that Britney Spears' personal conservator, Jodi Montgomery, told him, okay, that his daughter is mentally sick. Why do you need someone else to tell you? Can you see for yourself? Can you see how she behaved in front of you for you to know that? You don't need somebody to tell you that. Okay, and wanted to place her under a 5150 psychiatric hold. I don't know what is that. Okay, so this is a thread. Let's see here. Alright, so that's that. That was 15 hours ago. Now, in a statement obtained by Variety, Montgomery is pushing back on Mr. Spears. Okay, now Britney got the proper lawyer that she need to represent her. Now the others, are, who were so fine taking her money and living a luxury life, okay, now they're fighting each other. The father and the conservatorship. And the thing is that, before I continue, I want to know, what was her lawyer doing? The one that the court appointed to her. What was that person doing? Because if Britney is asking for help and saying this is that and that, what happened? Weren't you supposed to be at the best interest of your client? Who was this guy's client? Was it Britney Spears or the father? I don't understand this. This needs to be looked at, by the way. Okay, so now let's get back to this. That come to mind, I had to share it. For some of you, if you're just popping up, just passing by to my channel, alright, I don't usually report on Britney Spears that much, but occasionally I happen here and there and talk about her. But yeah, that's how I do. I read some tweets and then I insert my opinion into those tweets. Okay, so sorry if you're not used to this kind of videos. Okay. Alright, now, in a statement obtained by Variety, Montgomery is pushing back on Mr. Spears' claim and once again asking him to step down from his daughter's conservatorship. Alright, 15 hours. Okay, there's an article about that. I'm not going to read the articles. I'm just reading the thread. Okay, Miss Montgomery implores Mr. Spears to stop the attack. That's a quote. Montgomery's statement says, in part, quote, "It does no good. It only does harm. All need to focus on one thing and one thing only, the health, well-being, and best interest of Britney Spears." Okay, they haven't been doing that, but okay. This is the nice word they put on paper or for the people to calm the public. Alright, this continues the thread. Spears' father is the conservator of her estate, managing all financial decision. My goodness, I wonder how much is left on her money. While Montgomery is the singer's conservator of her person, managing all personal and medical decision. And Britney wants to have another child and they put something in her. So who? Okay, so if he, okay, there's some question popping up in my mind. If he is the personal managing and medical decision, who decided to put that thing on in her body to prevent her from having kids? Who did that? This person needs to be sued because that's not, this is only Britney's right. My goodness, they try to control her reproductive kind of thing. All right, let's continue. In new court documents, Spears' father alleged that Montgomery called him last month to say that she is concerned about his daughter's behavior and mental health and believes she might need to be placed under 5150 psychiatric hold. Okay, so they each telling on each other. All right, so eventually that is gonna come to court. This is why she gets the dog. Okay, the good lawyer. Okay, that's that. During our call, okay, so that's a woman. Miss Montgomery sounded very distraught and expressed how concerned she was about my daughter's recent behavior, okay, and overall mental health. Mr. Spears said in the document. But Miss Montgomery, before I continue, when I first recorded this, the way the article or the tweets were referring to Montgomery was just by Montgomery. All right, so at first I thought it was a man. All right, then I went and searched into who she is. That you're gonna see that later on in the video. But the main thing is that because they both are responsible for the well-being of Britney Spears, so what happened here is that Montgomery, which is Miss Montgomery, contacting Britney Spears' father, of whatever it is that she finds. So in return, what Mr. Spears have done is use that phone call against her. Because now that the court have heard that they want him out, so he's using that phone call against Montgomery, saying that based on the phone call, the thing that she said she wanted to put Britney on a 5150 things. But as the video continues, you're gonna see I look into all of this because I was having not doubt, but I didn't know what some of these things were, so I shared them with you, and you'll see as we continue. But originally, when I first recorded it, I didn't know who Montgomery was, if it was a man or a woman. I look into that, and then I wasn't sure. At first, I actually thought Montgomery was Britney Spears' mother. You know, maybe they were using her maiden name or something like that. But anyway, let's continue with the recording. Okay, Miss Montgomery sounded very distraught. Okay, I know Britney Spears' parents divorced. So is this that Miss Montgomery, is it the Britney Spears' mother who probably remarried or went back to her maiden name? I'm just wondering. I'll look that up and I'll put it on the screenshot. Miss Montgomery. Okay, let's see here. And then there's Mr. Spears. So her mom is in charge of her personal thing and her reproductive thing, which is that Miss Montgomery, right? Is that what they say? That's from this thread. Okay. While Montgomery is the senior conservator of her person, meaning Britney's, managing all personal and medical thing. So Montgomery is the one with medical decision. So is that Miss Montgomery? Is it Britney Spears' mother? Let's see here. All right, I can't move on if I don't know. Okay, let's put Britney Spears. Britney Spears. Let's see if anything popped up. Who is Miss Montgomery? Okay, so maybe it's one of this. Britney Spears called sick by Jodi Montgomery and Julia. Okay, so they've only mentioned her by her last name. Okay, so the name is, what is it? Jodi Montgomery. Jodi Montgomery. All right, so Britney conservator Jodi Montgomery rebuked Jamie Spears. So there it is, the thing that I'm reading on the thread. So let's see here. Who is Jodi? All right, so they didn't put the first name. They only put the last name. Let's see. Who is she? Who is Jodi Montgomery? All right. Okay, Jodi Montgomery is an experienced conservator with a degree in social welfare. She runs her own practice with her husband Jack, where they specialize in conservatorship. Okay, how long was she been? Okay, I'm asking myself. I'm gonna go back to Twitter now. These things are popping up in my mind. How long? Okay, let's say that. How long Jodi Montgomery was Spears conservatorship. Let's see. Who is Jodi? Is Britney still under conservator 2020? Who's the British conservator? Does Jamie Lynn have a conservatorship? Okay, this does not respond to my thing. How long Jodi Montgomery was Spears conservatorship? Okay, let's read some. Alright. Britney Spears hasn't legally controlled her life and fortune for 13 years. Currently, Spears is fighting to have her father removed from her conservatorship. On June 23, 2021, she officially asked the court to end her conservatorship and her most public statement. Remember how when I first mentioned Britney Spears thing, and when I read through some of the, I think there was an article, I read the article and I was like, oh, you guys should not be upset. I mean, they make it seem like something, but what happened is that what was going to go in the court is that they were going based on previous filing. So what she needed to do was to file it herself, and she did, and she won it. All right, her father is not the thing here. So that sort of responds to my very first video that I mentioned her. Why does, okay, Britney Spears. Okay, I came here, okay, I'm drifting away. I wanted to know how long Jodi Montgomery was Spears conservatorship. So most likely since, for 13 years, I guess. Britney Spears conservatorship, 5 things to know. Let's see, that's from US Magazine. I'll leave the link in the description. Who is Jodi Montgomery? All right, 5 things to know about the woman Britney Spears wants as her conservator. Jodi Montgomery. So is she new? Okay, now I'm confused. Jodi Montgomery has been a member of Britney Spears' conservatorship team since September 2019. Okay, so that was before all of this coming to light now. Okay, all right, now I see. And her role may soon become permanent. Okay, all right, now I'm getting a few clear here. In March 2021, the Grammy winner court-appointed attorney Samuel D. Ingram III files a petition in Los Angeles Superior Court requesting that the licensed fiduciary permanently succeed Britney's father. Okay, so this is what Britney Spears wants. Jamie Spears as the conservator of her person. The move came a year and a half after a judge approved Montgomery in a temporary role in the wake of Jamie's health issue. Okay, so they had put her as a part-time thing, just in case if something happened to Britney Spears' father. All right, so now what Britney Spears is saying here, she wants her father to be completely out of there, and instead she wants this person, okay, Jodi Montgomery. Okay, so now I see. Okay, as the conservator of Britney's person, Montgomery will continue to hold the same power that she has had since Jamie stepped down. Okay, so in other words, now the father is no longer involved with the conservatorship. All right, so whatever role Jodi has had, that they put her as a part-time and now she's gonna be permanent, all right, her role will remain the same. Okay, she will still have whatever role it is. I don't know, okay, oh, what is it, person and health and stuff like that, she will still have that, which include restricting and limiting the pop star visitors, though she cannot prevent Britney from meeting with Ingram, and retaining caretakers and security guards, prosecuting civil harassment and restraining orders, communicating with medical profession, and having access to all record regarding Britney's treatment, diagnosis, and testing. Alright, so let me read. I missed something. As the conservator of Britney, Montgomery will continue to hold the same power that she has had since Jamie stepped down. Okay, so these were all of the things she, pretty much her description of job. Okay, what she was supposed to do, this is what it was. Alright, Ingram noted in court document that the toxic singer has the right to petition for termination, okay, of her conservatorship should she choose to do so. She was placed under the legal guardianship in February 2008 after her public breakdown and divorce of Kevin Federline, with whom she shares sons Preston and Jaden. Alright, I mean, when you look at this thing, Jamie's thing, she wants to spend so much time with her kids, and guess what, her kids are growing up now. I think one of them could drive. So all those precious times she wanted, she lost them. This is what really, really painful. Let's see. I hope there's no music in this one. Let's see. Let me play that. Okay, so there's no music. You just have to read it. Britney Spears is seeing less of her two sons as the grown-up, source exclusive tell us. Okay, the singer currently spends time with Sean Preston, 15, and Jaden, 14, periodically. Okay, I didn't finish reading. Spears was granted 30% unsupervised custodial right in September 2019 of her kids. Alright, I'm not reading fast enough. Okay, you guys read. Wow. Wow, they alter it. Since then, the boys' visits have been less frequent. Guess what? Soon they're gonna be teenagers. I mean, I hope they know the truth. That's all. I just hope the kids know the truth and then they could forgive her. My goodness, look at this time is gone. Those kids, they no longer have the... It is sad because when you put yourself... I have two boys too. Okay? Can you imagine me not seeing them that long? Oh my God, this is heartbreaking as I watch this. I'm not even reading the thing. Okay, I'm not even reading the thing. Let me move it back. The thing popped up. My goodness, the singer tells us that the kids are aware of the Free Britney movement over their mom, conservator under Jamie. Okay, the February New York Times documentary follow her life and legal battle. My God, my God, my God. This is so heartbreaking. Okay, where is the audio? Oh, yeah, there's a music in it. There's a music in it. Her dad took out against her grandpa in August 2019 for alleged alteration. I mean, this guy, I don't think, in my humble opinion, I don't think he really cared about the well-being of her daughter. I think he was just care for the money. While Jamie relinquished his control of Britney's personal affair to Montgomery in September 2019, he has continued to serve as the conservatorship of his daughter's estate. Ingram said in August 2020 court filing that Britney was strongly opposed. Okay, so that other one was speaking on behalf of Britney, and this is what we're seeing right now. To her dad being the sole person in charge of her multi-million-dollar fortune. I mean, you're telling me this is Britney is not smart? She knows having one person in control of her wealth is, they will spend all of her money. Okay, this is a smart person talking here. She's not crazy. Okay, during the court hearing, okay, in 2019, during the court hearing nearly 3 months later, the lawyer told the judge that Britney, who has been on an indefinite work hiatus since January 2019, remember, they were forcing her to perform, otherwise she will not see her kids, was afraid of her father and will not perform as long as her father is in charge of her career. As a result, the judge ordered in February 2021 that Jamie will have to share equal power over Britney's estate with her wealth management firm, Bessemer Trust. My goodness. We didn't know. I mean, I didn't know it was that bad. Okay, there has been renewed interest in the Crossroad actress conservatorship since February 2021 premiere the New York Times present Framing Britney Spears episode, which detail her life, career, and legal battle. Britney has only publicly addressed on controversial arrangement a few times over the years, most famously on her 2008 MTV documentary Britney for the Record. Quote, even when you go to jail, you know there's time when you're gonna get out. Okay, she said, but in this situation, it's never ending. It's just like Groundhog Day every day. Oh my God. Can you imagine this? And I think there's a video on particular MTV, there's a MTV award show where she was with her 2 kids, and I think her sister was performing. I guess it was a surprise. Her sister was performing one of her songs. All right, you could see in her face she wasn't too happy about it, but I think she just put a face because she got to spend time with her kids. Okay, she went along with them because she got to spend time with her kids. My goodness, scroll down for 5 things to know about Montgomery. Okay, so this is what I came for, and then I went and read the whole thing. Okay, remember, this article is going to be in the description. She has a degree in social welfare. Montgomery received her bachelor degree from the University of California, Berkeley in 1982. All right, why didn't they put her picture? All right, they put in picture of Britney's only. Okay, she runs her own practice. She and her husband Jack Montgomery are the 2 principals of Pace Montgomery Fiduciary, which is based in Pasadena, California. Okay, that was it. Well, okay. 3, she specializes in conservatorship. According to her practice website, Jodi is strongly committed to meeting the particular need of conservatees and special need trust beneficiaries and protecting them from all form of physical and financial abuse. Okay, that's why she went to court and said Britney said they didn't want the father. Okay, she didn't want the father to be the sole thing. So she was speaking on behalf of Britney. So I guess, her core value shows. When in fact at that time, when the public didn't know, she could have easily go along with the other infested hyenas around her Britney, who took her money and not really care about Britney's feelings. So I give her props for this. Okay, if I didn't read it, I will not know. Okay, she also has experience in probate estate administration and trust administration. Okay. 4, she was previously Britney's care manager. Prior to taking on her temporary role as the conservator of Britney's person, Jodi was labeled as the entertainer's care manager. Okay, in court document, it is unclear what her day-to-day duties include at the time. That's why I was thinking here, care manager. I wanted to know what is a care manager. Okay, what is a care manager? All right, something to look. I'm completely branched out from the tweet. All right, she is an activist. Okay, no wonder why Britney prefer her to be the full one. Okay, let's see here. The California native has served as as a counselor with AIDS Centers Pasadena and as a service volunteer with Special Olympics. Okay, so that's it. So she was there in 2020 or 2019. So okay, now who ordered? That's more question that keeps on popping. All right, this is gonna be in the description. Now I want to know what is what is a care manager. What is a care manager? What is a care manager? What is the role of a care manager? Okay, I'm going to try not to branch off too much. As a care manager, you'll be responsible for all aspects of the day-to-day operation within the care setting, including recruiting and managing staff, managing budgets, and ensuring that the quality of the services provided meet National CLAS Standard. All right, now what is the National CLAS Standard for a care manager? So I wanted to know what is the National CLAS Standard, but I saw different things. Some mention about Scotland, England, so because there's so much, let's put USA, United States. Okay, the National CLAS Standard are set of 15 action steps intended to advance health equity, improve quality, and help eliminate healthcare disparities by providing a blueprint for individuals and healthcare organizations to implement culturally and linguistically appropriate services. Alright, so I'm gonna go in here, see what the 15 steps are, and I'll leave the link in the description. Okay, this is the same thing I just read, so let me just review the standard, and you could go in more details once you go there to look at it. The National CLAS Standard are intended to advance health equity, improve quality, and help eliminate healthcare disparities by establishing a blueprint for health and healthcare organization to, this is that, principal standard, provide effective, equitable understanding and respectful quality care and services that are responsive to diverse cultural health beliefs and practices, prefer language, health literacy, and other communication needs. Okay, so these are the things they were supposed to provide Britney. Okay, and which is what this Jodi Montgomery is doing. Okay, governance, leadership, and workforce. All right, you could go into it and look into it more. All right, so these are okay. So they subdivided and then it equal to 15. Okay, I see what it is. Okay, I thought those a bold one were the one. Okay, so they divided. So let me read it. Governance, leadership, and workforce. 2, advance and sustain organization governance and leadership that promote class and health equity through policy, practices, and allocate resources. Okay, all this, she's supposed to get that. Recruit, promote, and support culturally and linguistically diverse governance, leadership, and workforce that are responsive to the population and the service area. So all I'm thinking on this part is people with different language, different background, okay, they should be able to get this kind of help. Educate and train governance, leadership, and workforce and culturally and linguistically appropriate policies and practices on an ongoing basis. All right, communication and language assistant. Okay, so from 5 to 8, I'm pretty sure it has to do with people with different language. Okay, with culture and different kind of practice. So they set a blueprint for them. Okay, and this part here, engaging continuous improvement and accountability. Okay, so let's see here. Establish culturally and linguistically appropriate goal policies and management accountability and infuse them and throughout the organization planning and operation. Okay, so I'm assuming when Jodi Montgomery called Britney's dad, maybe it was a question of concern that she had and she wanted to bring it to his attention. Okay, this is what professional does. All right, she knows her work, her job description. So maybe whatever she had called him based on was not part of her job description, but she saw there was an issue and brought it up to his attention. But in turn, in my humble opinion, what he did is use that phone call against her, turn it to a complete 360. Remember, Britney wants Jodi Montgomery to be the full conservatorship and wants his dad out completely. So because he's, being cut off pretty much, so he's using every tactic. That's my humble opinion here. So Miss Montgomery, who is a professional and know the laws and all of stuff, so this is what I think happened. All right, and even with all of those nonsense that the Britney Spears dad is spewing, she still keep her mouth shut, Jodi Montgomery that is, because it has to do with medical issues. So she doesn't want to say anything unless Britney decided to do it, because this type of stuff is private. Like the thing that Britney says in the court, that they put the IUD in her, all right? She could say it because it's within her body. It's her choice to say it. But I cannot say it, or Miss Jodi Montgomery cannot say it, okay? Because it's private. It's up to Britney to decide. So I'm assuming, now that I'm discussing it here, maybe this is something she brought to Britney's dad and said, we need to get this thing out of her. And then he used it completely 360. Okay, we don't know the full issue of it, but I'm just speculating. And I think, from my humble opinion, there's a thing that went on in court where now they're not going to make those things public anymore, especially after what happened the last time Britney was in court. With the audio where she explained all her issues, she told Hail Mary, and this is why people's eyes are open. All right. 10, conduct ongoing assessment of the organization, class-related activities, and integrate class-related measures, and to measure and continue quality improvement and activities. All right, there's more. Okay, this is it. This is what I was looking for, to see what is that. Okay, what is that? The standard is. So there it is. I'll leave the link in the description. Alright, so that's that. Let me continue where I left off. Let's see here. Medical case management. Medical case management is a collaboration process that recommended treatment plans to assure the appropriate medical care is provided to disabled, ill or injured individual. It is a role frequently overseas by patient advocate. All right, so pretty much she look into day to day, so she see how she is, and then she respond to it. Okay, there was something else I wanted. Okay, who? Okay, the question is IUD. All right, who ordered Britney Spears to have what did I have? IUD. Who ordered it? Alright, so this is where I went and I shift off. Alright, so I went from looking who is Miss Montgomery at first, because they didn't put the first name. Alright, I thought this was Britney Spears' mother. Okay, I thought it was Britney Spears' mother, but it's someone completely different. Okay, so I went to search that and I shared that with you. Alright, during our call, Miss Montgomery sounded very distraught and expressed how concerned she was about my daughter's recent behavior and overall mental health, Mr. Spears said in the documents. Okay, Spears' father said that Montgomery asked for his help in addressing these issues, as she was very worried about the direction my daughter was heading in. Alright, in response, Montgomery's attorney tell Variety, Miss Montgomery does have concern about Miss Spears' recent behavior and overall mental health. Due to the medical privacy, Miss Montgomery cannot go into those concerns with all further detail. Yeah, when it comes to medical thing, it's private, but unless if the person come out and said, like she said, they force her to put that contraceptive IUD. Okay, except to say that have her father, Jamie Spears, continue to serve as her conservator instead of neutral professional fiduciary is having a serious impact on Mrs. Spears' mental health. Alright, so she's talking, I see what she's saying here. She don't want to talk about this because this is private message, private topic. So she wants to focus on the part where they hire her. I see what she's saying here. It is in Mrs. Spears' best interest that her father step down as her conservator so he can go back to just being Mrs. Spears' father and working on a healthy, supportive father-daughter relationship. Yeah, I see what she's saying here. Montgomery denies Mr. Spears' claim that she suggests the singer be placed under psychiatric hold. Okay, this is worth throwing out because the father thinks, I think he knows he's guilty. Alright, so he's throwing nonsense out there. Okay, at no time did Miss Montgomery express to Mr. Spears that Mrs. Spears will currently qualify for such hold. Alright, my goodness. Alright, so he's saying this is what this psychiatrist, what is it that the other half of the conservatorship it told her. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Despite Mr. Spears stating he is working in the best interest of his daughter, Montgomery appears to be in line with the pop star. Yeah, I think so too, from what I'm reading, who told a judge that she wants to keep Montgomery on her case and wants her father removed and put in jail. Okay, so Britney Spears is not crazy. She sees what's going on. She sees who's in her best interest. If her father's was showing in best interest, why would she pick a stranger, okay, out of the family? Okay, alright, so, and this is exactly from even before all of this popped up in 2021. What is it? She was in the, and they provide her, was it half of the conservatorship kind of thing, 2019 or 2020? Alright, she was still talking on behalf of Britney. Alright, so she did her job. Okay, read more on the latest development in Spears' legal case. Alright, so there's more in this in Variety. Okay, what is the reason that he has to be the one to hold all her assets, royalties, contracts? That's what I'm telling him. Okay, that's what I'm wondering too. What is his actual reason? If he wants a conservatorship so bad, why not let someone else have holding? Alright, have you seen Britney Instagram? It's insane. If she was me, okay, if she was me, I would have been in 50. What if she was me? 5150. What is he talking about? Alright, let me go on this. His reasoning is that someone else will only be interested in using her money to take care of her needs alone and to provide for her children, not bankrolling him. Okay, have you seen it? Okay, what is this? I mean, they're putting her through hell. My goodness. But guess what? This is the exterior, but in the interior, her brain is working pretty well. Okay, a lot of my friends have been asking me what color of dress I wear on Wednesday, whatever. Okay, she didn't want her on social media. That's why you keep saying, yeah, that's another thing too. I forgot to mention it. Okay, she didn't want her own social media. That's why you keep seeing her posting the same thing all the time. Also, they not allow her to watch TV and limited her internet access for more than 10 years. What will you do in that situation? She's doing what she can out of boredom. All right, and the other thing is too, what is it? She didn't even know how to go on social media, an iPad and all of that. Can you freaking imagine this? I cannot believe this thing. Okay, or you must be new on to Instagram. Okay, she's not hurting anybody. She's very creative with very fast mind, and she needs space to create. Okay, her Instagram is basically run by her team, which has always been controlled by her dad to promote her brand. All right, and then they want to let you see her in a situation where you think she's crazy, like this original person said. And I'm going under his tweet. Okay, a really irresponsible comment. She doesn't look well. That's because that's what they post. Okay, not all the time you look well around your house. Okay, when you go out, okay, you dress differently the way you are in your house. Okay, this person says sit down. All right, so that's that. And let me go back to that article that put me on hold to see that thing. Okay, Britney Spears publicly faced a judge in open court this week for the first time since she was placed under conservatorship nearly 13 years ago. Her testimony. Alright, let me see, when was this written? June 25th, 2021. So that was before she did her bombshell. Alright, so that was before. Let me skim through it and see where technically the control of her facet of her life, legal, set attorney Sarah Wells, partner. I wanted to know about the IUD. Yes, it is legal. None of these people in charge of her conservatorship are medical expert, so they will be relying on medical doctor. Okay, so there it is. Let me move back. Okay, so this part started to answer it. Let's move back. Okay, let's do this paragraph from here. With decades of experience in working in conservatorship, trust, and estate, Wen said that never in her career has she spoken to a client under conservatorship about birth control. Then again, Spears' case is highly unusual, and most individuals under a conservatorship are elderly with dementia or Alzheimer. They put her in a position where this thing have never done before. My goodness. It's like they put her in jail while in still plain sight. Okay, quote, I don't think anything about this is typical. She says of Spears' claim, quote, I personally have not had a situation where the restricted someone's right to have a child. Trying to make sense of Spears' situation, the legal expert offers some potential reason why the 39-year-old star might have been told that she is not permitted to have a baby. But she makes clear that the restriction is highly abnormal. If anything, the attorney says that should there have been major concern about Spears' capacity to care for another human, that scenario should have been clearly explained to her. Okay, that makes sense, but none of that was spoken. Okay, quote, if they think that she can't take care of herself, so then how could she possibly take care of a child? Makes sense. Okay, well then that's something they will need to talk about. End quote, Wine said, and she continued, quote, and if she was having a child with someone who is not under conservatorship, then there will be an agreement with that person where they could have a full legal custody. Okay, this is the other thing that could have happened. Okay, if she had had a baby, then the father could take care of the child. It takes two to have a baby. Alright, there are just so many ways where they could have tried to address that situation. If their genuine concern was that she couldn't care for the child. Okay, so they were not in her best interest. So their tunnel vision was focused on one thing, which is probably her money. Okay, my humble opinion. And they're throwing question, issues after issue without thinking it through. So now the question is starting to arrive. If that was the case, how come this was not discussed? Okay, another one of Spears' most shocking allegation was that her therapist changed her medication. I said it the minute I read it on the article. You don't even see the person, and then they just ask you to give her something and you change it automatically. There's so many people, my goodness, Britney could call after, she could be rich for life without even touching her own money. Alright, another one of Spears' most shocking allegation was that her therapist changed her medication and she was forced to take lithium, a drug that is often taken for bipolar disorder, depression, and schizophrenia. Quote, he immediately, the next day, put me on lithium out of nowhere. He took me off a normal meds I've been on for 5 years. Oh my God. Can you imagine your body is adjust to something you didn't even need from the first place? This is why so many doctors in California are going to jail. The same thing with Michael Jackson. My goodness, when they see people with money, they just, oh my God. Alright, Spears told the judge, this is why I said when I was reading that, when I first covered Britney Spears, I think this is my second video about that, is that when she was in court, she just threw a Hail Mary. She didn't give a F. Alright, and then it was being televised, so she's letting the world know, this is what I'm going through. Okay, in her own word. Okay, Spears told the judge, quote, and lithium is a very, very strong and completely different medication compared to what I was used to, but he put me on that and I felt drunk. Okay, can you imagine that? The picture they probably took of her, okay, when she just took that and they took it to save it so they could post it on her thing to show that she's crazy. My goodness, not only did my family not do a goddamn thing, my dad was all for it. And this, oh my God, this is heartbreaking. This is so freaking heartbreaking. Okay, Wine said that putting Spears in lithium is legal. However, she has ethical concern based on Spears' testimony. Okay, quote, yes, it is legal. None of these people in charge of her conservatorship are medical experts, so they will be relying on medical doctors who they will have consulted, she explained. But the piece that does alarm me is that if she felt drugged up, it will be her conservator's job to monitor that and go back to the doctor and tell them that it's having a bad effect on her. Okay, this is where her father and other people who automatically call the doctor and say she need these drugs, and and next day they go and pick it up and do that. Who asked whose conservatorship asked that? And did the other one, the Jodi, knew about that? My goodness. All right. So she's saying, yeah, it is legal. None of these people are in charge, okay, of a conservatorship or medical experts, so they will be relying on medical doctor who will have consulted, she explained. But the piece that does alarm me is that if she felt drugged up, it will have be her conservator's job to monitor that and go back to the doctor and tell them that it's having a bad effect on her. The administration and changing of drugs is not a problem, but fail to recognize what it was doing to her is a problem. And the other thing here, I'm not a doctor, but should the doctor be able to monitor her and say, okay, what is going on with this particular thing? What is happening? But they didn't even see her. They're just going with word of mouth. Okay, the singer also told the judge that she has no privacy whatsoever. All right, this is the thing. The same thing with Harry and Meghan. They want privacy. All right, there's a time to perform where you could come and see me, but there's a time for my privacy. So Britney Spears has none. Okay, so when she changed her clothing, her caretaker who were monitoring her could see her nude. Oh my God, they watch me change every day, naked, morning, noon, and night. Spears testified in court. Are there any men in there? Oh my goodness, I have no privacy doors for my room. Oh my God. My God, my God, my God. May God help her. May she get what she, once she get what she wants, she better sue the hell out of all of them. To Wines, this particular allegation is appalling. Okay, I wasn't going to read all of that, but okay. I was looking for who ordered that. Was it IUD? All right, but it goes completely different. All right, to Wines, this particular allegation is appalling. Quote, it is absolutely absurd, and quote, the legal expert said of Spears' lack of privacy. Quote, never in any situation I've ever been involved with do you remove somebody's dignity by not letting them change alone. That is awful. Okay, I can imagine a situation where you won't give somebody the privacy unless it's someone who is physically could not change their clothes themselves and actually need someone to do it for them because they may be in a wheelchair or something like that. All right, this is that will allow this kind of thing. All right, for to have someone look at her to change her clothes. My God, the attorney adds, quote, just because your rights have been restricted, it doesn't mean that you don't get a moment to be alone in life. Okay, this is the part where I always say sometimes you need to be alone. And there it is. Okay, one of the most concerned issues throughout Spears' conservatorship has been that the star has been working and making a lot of money. That's the thing. If she's that crazy, how is she able to perform? They just want her to be a robot. My goodness, while she's being told that she is unfit to make any decision for herself, speaking the judge, Spears said that in 2018, she was forced to go on tour when she did not want to. Quote, Britney had sufficient funds to continue to maintain her lifestyle for the rest of her life. Mindset, forcing her to work, okay, if she didn't want to do it, seems like something that's only in the interest of people who want to increase the size of the estate, which then increases the size of their fees and is then a direct conflict of interest. Okay, this is it. This is it. They were not looking at her best interest. They were looking at their pocketbook, to take money. And they're saying like Britney is set for life. She doesn't need to work. Oh my goodness. So that's it for this video. I have so much more. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna create another video while people still sleeping.
One eternity later.
So earlier this morning I recorded some parts about Britney Spears to Twitter. So I was looking stuff for thumbnails and I came across this. I sort of read a little bit about it this morning, but not too much. And I'm seeing here some headlines. Britney Spears' father claimed there are no grounds to remove him as the singer's, conservatorship. So that just got me so infuriated. And I was like, let me record before I start clicking on some stuff. So let me go into that. I don't want to drift away. So I wanted to go to the Yahoo one and share what's going on. All right, so this is the thing that the father have claimed they can't remove him. My goodness, it's a 3-minute read. Okay, Britney Spears' father claims there are no grounds to remove him as the singer's conservator. Okay, new court documents filed on August 6, which was yesterday. Okay, August 6, from Britney Spears' father, Jamie Spears, claimed that there are no ground whatsoever to remove Jamie from the conservatorship, alleging that he has dutifully and faithfully served as her conservator, and this was in quote, by the way, despite his daughter's claim that he has abused his power over her. And from what I remember, which I read earlier and is gonna be put together with this video, is that the way they sort of put her where there's no privacy. When she changed, people all around her looking at her as she changed her clothes. Can you imagine this? Alright, Britney, who is locked in an ongoing battle to remove Jamie from her conservatorship, an effort to end it entirely, was first placed under conservatorship after suffering a mental health crisis in 2008. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the link of Ronan Farrow's what is it? Is it New York Times, or it was a smaller kind of article, okay, where Ronan Farrow did an investigation about her conservatorship. So I'll find that link and put it in the description for you guys to check it out. It's very enlightening, okay, very enlightening. Okay, okay, Britney, who is locked in an ongoing battle to remove Jamie from her conservatorship, and efforts to end it entirely, was first placed under a conservatorship after suffering a mental health crisis in 2008. On June 23rd, she spoke out on court about how unhappy she was under arrangement and alleged she cannot drive her own car, get married, or even remove a IUD, despite working consistently. This is the thing here. Alright, there's something that crossed my mind which made me wanted to come back to this, because I was already done this morning. Is what is it, the 5150? I want to look into that, what this is all about. Okay, she cannot drive her own car, get married, or even remove her IUD. Despite working consistently, at the time, the pop star said she wanted to have the right to sue her family, who she believed took advantage of her situation. This does not tell me that she is mental unstable. She knows exactly what she's doing. She is fully aware, even though they're trying to drug her with all those medication. Okay, in a July hearing, she also accused her father, who controlled her estate, of abuse. It's because of that he doesn't want to be removed. He's controlling everything. Okay, in addition to claiming there is no reason for him to exit the controversial arrangement, Jamie alleged that Britney's current personal conservator, Jodi Montgomery, I look into her, who she was and everything. Alright, and earlier this morning, because at first, because they were, the articles that I read this morning sort of mentioned as Miss Montgomery, and I thought, okay, since Britney's father is divorced with the mom, I thought maybe that was her maiden's name or her new marriage name, so I wanted to know who is that Miss Montgomery. So it's a completely different person. She went to school for all of that, social worker, and she has a business and all of that. So she is trained to be in that position that she's in. Alright, and from what I read earlier, you should know by now, because it's gonna be in the same video, is that Britney preferred her to be there as a full-time conservator. Alright, so Jodi Montgomery was concerned about the quote baby one more time singer's mental health and came to him for aid. Alright, court documents filed on August 6th by Jamie alleged that Montgomery, who is the custodian of her personal and medical life, called him on July 9th, verified distraught over Britney's recent behavior and overall mental health. Remember the very first time I covered this, okay, the very first time I come across it and I share with you, I just went along vaguely on Twitter, right? And I said my only problem with her, Britney Spears need to behave in a way where they don't question her mentality. But I've seen some stuff, I don't know, okay, I've seen some stuff, you know, that may not look good in a way, even though I don't think she's at the brink where the way those people are portraying her to be, but she needs to behave in a way where like a saint pretty much. All right, just because she wants to get out of the situation that she's in. So she needs to prove to the court that she is not what they claimed she is. That's the reason I said that. Okay, I'm not saying she is, but I just want her to behave in a way where the court will say, okay, she's a good person, she's this, she's that. They will go along with her. Alright, Jamie added, after Miss Montgomery shared her detailed concern about my daughter's recent behavior, safety, and overall health, she raised potential action, including a 5150. That's the one I wanted to look into. Okay? 5150 psychiatric hold, which raised my concern. Okay? However, Montgomery is denying the detail of the call. Wow. I hope they pretty much, how do you call this, recorded it. My goodness. Okay, Lauren Wright, an attorney for Montgomery, told Variety, Miss Montgomery does have concern about Miss Spears' recent behavior and overall mental health as set forth in Jamie Spears' declaration date on August 6, 2021. Due to medical privacy, Miss Montgomery cannot go into those concerns with any further detail, except to say that having her father, Jamie Spears, continuing to serve as her conservator instead of neutral professional fiduciary is having a serious impact on Miss Spears' mental health. Okay? Alright, so I'm gonna stop here, but this is, I'll put the link of Yahoo Entertainment article, but this is the thing I want to look at. What is 5150? Alright, so this is it here. 5150 is a number of the section of the Welfare and Institution Code which allowed an adult who is experiencing a mental health crisis to be involuntarily detained for a 72-hour psychiatric hospitalization when evaluated to be a danger to others or to himself or herself or gravely disabled. So in other words, there's a conversation that took place on that particular date that Jamie Spears had mentioned, but that's not what the other person said. Oh my God, I wish they recorded it. I wish. But there are laws. When you make phone calls, you have to tell the person whether you are recording them. Oh my goodness, I wish they had done that. From this point on, they have to record them. And I think he's making this up because they're removing him. Oh my God, oh my God. What happened during 5150? Okay, let's see here. How long does a 5150 hold last? Okay, you will be held for a period up to 72 hours. During the 72 hours, you may also be transferred to another facility. You may request to be evaluated or treated at a facility of your choice. Oh my goodness. I really feel sorry for Britney. What the hell is wrong with her family? This is what happened to money. When money is involved. Oh my God, he's like, you're not gonna remove me. They're gonna put her in a 72 hour. I mean, if she's that mental, how come she's able to perform and do all of this? My goodness. Wow, this is the thing I wanted to look at, but that's it. Alright, I don't want to make this video too long. I already recorded a good portion this morning, and this crossed my mind and I wanted to look into it, and that was that. Alright, so that's it. Alright, let's do a prayer. Prayer for freedom, because that's what she wants. Freedom. Okay, let's do that. That's for Britney. What is freedom prayer? Lord, remind me of my identity in you when I tempted to bitterness. Help me to overcome by the power of your love and grace. Set me free. Free from bitterness and free for grace. In Jesus' all-powerful name, I pray. Amen. Alright, there's another prayer here. Okay, I was gonna go for a picture. Okay. Oh, what a good prayer for peace. Lord in heaven, I pray that as I begin this day, you will be with me. I open my day to your leading. Okay, I thank you in advance for the freedom that is found in your presence. Lord, I ask that your peace be before me as I come and go throughout my day. All right, let's look for an image. So I could put on the thumbnails. Okay, let's see. Okay, this was the first one. Okay, it says here, I pray your day will be freedom from worry. I pray you will give God all your cares and experience his peace. Alright, I'm gonna stop here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a link in the description for PayPal. Please donate. Alright, I have another YouTube channel, Pure Team Sussex. You could go there and subscribe. I have several videos there, cooking videos and other scripted, alright, scripted videos. Thanks for watching.